Welcome into the round table. I said that wrong. Oh well. Welcome back to the round table here at Round Table Talk, part of the Reality Realm Network. I am Kevin Oliver.
And my name's Brett Parnell.
And my name is Bruce Heller. And after that little bit with a round table, I would love to see a traitor season where we show up and just have a triangle table or an octagon table just to mix it up a little bit.
And
You're-
Bruce Heller is back on Roundtable Talk today.
Yeah, so he didn't get murdered despite what I thought.
No, I was just sassing and being sarcastic to actual monsters that may have wanted to murder me. But
Right, but 2 weeks ago I said you made some comment and I said in a week from now we'll find out if Bruce is still alive to do this podcast. And then you weren't here.
oh,
So
nice. Yeah, I was at Six Flags with a friend of mine from high school last week, so that was a blast. A monster, a some sort of monster made fun of my mustache, but
Yeah,
that's
called it a
part of the
caterpillar.
fun. Is
And
just
I
being
just
a
got back.
smart aleck to the monsters. So, but yeah, we are back with Maple Leaf.
And I just got back from.
Yeah, Brett went
Yeah,
to
that is
France
true.
today.
Brett went to
No,
France
I did
today.
not go to France. I went to Montreal.
Oh, same thing.
He went to France and is back in his home in Ottawa, all in one day.
Paris is the largest French-speaking city in the world. Montreal is the second largest French-speaking city in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Might as
so
well be
you went to
France.
France.
Using that logic, Bruce, you live in France.
What? Explain.
St. Louis was part of France at one point.
He doesn't live there anymore.
I see
Oh, well,
logic.
you're from France.
It was founded by French people, but they don't actively speak.
That's right. Just like Montreal was founded by French people.
They don't.
And they
yes,
still
but they
do
still
speak it.
actively speak it and
Yeah.
think they're the best province because they speak French, from what I understand.
We should just get into the traitors before Bruce goes on to something that might get a lot of Canadians pissed off based on their political views.
Oh, that's
Bruce?
all I'm doing. That's all I wasn't going to say anything else. I'm just saying you kind of went to France today.
I know. Let's talk about the
Let's
traitors.
talk about Traitors Canada, Season 3, Episode 3.
Maple Leaf Traders. Woo!
I think that's just Brett.
We shall see.
All right, so this episode opened up at breakfast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And at that point, we did not directly get a murder, but we have the 4 players that were nominated for murder to have to win or survive the competition that's coming up.
Correct.
Yes.
And the first group comes in, and Meredith sits with the best view of the door, and Kevin notices this and calls her, says Meredith sat with the best view of the door. So boring. It's not that serious. Like we're not in a game for $100,000.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's not that serious?
It was funny.
Yeah. Other things that happened at breakfast were like everybody likes Hollywood. That was very much a heavy part. Everybody was talking about how they could expect see Hollywood possibly because everybody likes him. Rhea tells us that she she spends her breakfast with people she doesn't get to spend time with the rest of the day, getting to talk to them. So I think that's some good self-awareness there.
I think it's good self-awareness, but at the same time, maybe you got 24 hours of the day. Maybe start to talk to everybody so that people don't assume you're just working with the same couple people. Because what do people in this game that you want to get out have to do? Just work with each other.
Everybody does that, though.
Yeah, but it's foolish.
But everybody does it, right?
Both of these things can be true, you know.
Yeah,
but everybody does it.
Yes, and
That's all I got.
I know.
And we find out Natalie, Mackenzie, Jericho, and Thompson aren't here. They are the 4 people.
4 people that are 26 feet buried underground.
Yes.
is it 26? I heard 60 for some reason.
No, it's
I don't
26.
know what it is.
Wait, I wrote it down when we get there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but we're not there yet.
Fair enough.
I also noted here we have been calling it a turret because somebody called it a turret at one point, but evidently in Canadian traders they call it the conclave.
Yeah, they
Oh.
call it the wrong name.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated that there's a conclave outside of Rome upon the death of the leader of my religion.
There is one in this game.
Yeah. Well, I can guarantee you this game, the conclave, will not be being won by an American.
Fair enough.
I still remember when Pope Leo got elected because 2 days before I was telling Bruce there's a 0% chance an American would become Pope. And then it happened, so I texted him, and Bruce just responds with, "Yeah, we won."
We did win.
Anyway, when we find out who the 4 people are, we get kind of a flashback to the night before in the Traitors Conclave, where we hear Coco call Natalie and Jericho boring, and we find out that they wanted to go for 4 of the quietest people because, as Kevin put it, I want the quiet people to be afraid to stay quiet.
I do love the vibes in the turret. I also love the Kevin quote, "Let's just kill people and enjoy it."
Yeah.
I also put down the quote, "Let's put down all the borings." Whatever you want to call it, conclave turret. The vibes are just great up there.
And
Yeah.
Venus likes them too. She said the same thing.
She doesn't believe it's going to stay that way, though.
Correct.
Which is
after watching
perfect.
the last Traitors US season, this turret is so much more fun.
Yeah. But it's perfect if you're Venus not to have it stay the same, because you know if any one of these 3 traitors is going to turn on each other, they probably won't turn on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin and Coco don't seem to be on the same page.
Coco would love to keep Kevin around, it seems. The inverse is not true.
Yeah.
The Kevin on the TV show is so great for entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
Nice you had to specify which Kevin's great for entertainment.
I wanted to see if you'd catch that. That's why I did that. But yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I do love that quote from him though, of making the quiet people afraid to stay quiet.
Oh, I think it's so smart when you're somebody so out in front as Kevin Jacobs. The more people that are causing chaos and causing suspicion, the better for his game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when they find out about this whole death row thing, going back to the breakfast table, As Fear is over here saying that a traitor almost always puts himself on death row when they do these in other versions of the show. And that's just not even true.
Yeah, it isn't.
Yeah, he's watched more than I have. Have they done this on the American show yet?
Not this specifically, but it's fairly similar to the coffins.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's what I thought of. But with the coffins, it was like the traitors had decided who was dying there.
Right, but the idea that we're talking about remains the same.
Right.
With whether a traitor is going to put themselves in it or not.
Yeah.
Because
poor Ekin-Su.
I just was about to know someone was going to say that.
Yeah.
Ekin-Su didn't go in a coffin.
Yes.
No, she got poisoned.
No, there was the coffin in the ground.
Yeah.
They all went out there and they buried her alive.
They were all tied together.
But that was the poison. When you said that's not the coffin I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of season 3 coffins.
Well, I was thinking
Oh,
the
where
coffins were
Jeremy
like
died.
in the ground. That as they were leaving, Fergus started putting dirt on top of it while they were still in it,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
which was
yeah.
technically a coffin.
Right.
So,
I was when you said or when we both said coffins, I thought of the Jeremy boot
I forgot
coffins.
about that one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Either way, the traitors decided who died there. It wasn't done by the faithful
Correct.
cannibalizing themselves. That's a fun
Yeah.
sadistic touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and we see here that Venus is taking shots at Thompson here. She wants Thompson
Yeah.
uh out. And
That she
Kara
is.
and Kara doesn't trust Thompson either.
One note I have is because you guys were kind of talking about who you talk to, who you don't talk to. One of my
Mm.
favorite storylines so far has been the secretly married couple, and they finally
Yeah.
feel like they can have a conversation in the open because everyone's having conversations now.
Yeah.
And one of Meredith compliments Chala's roundtable talk, and we get the quote, "We're already married, you can chill." And
Yeah.
it's nice to have a friendly face that I trust outside of the manor, which is
Right.
probably stupid. She's probably a traitor. So that scene with Meredith and Chala was funny, and I continue to be intrigued by that storyline.
Oh, Bruce, did you listen to last week's episode?
I need to. I forgot.
I there's something you don't know that me and Brett and the audience now know. Meredith and Chala are no longer together,
What? That's
Yeah.
so sad.
and
Okay.
Yeah.
it's not because of the game.
Yeah.
It was way after the game when they decided, but they announced on social media last week they were no longer together.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's been one of my favorite storylines of the season so far, just because it's so interesting. Like, that's an awesome casting decision to do that.
It was.
Definitely, I agree. But a lot of people are saying Chala's name, and I hate it because I love Chala.
I
Yeah.
also realized at some point in this episode I've been spelling Chala wrong in my notes.
It's Kagla.
Yeah, I've been typing it like Challa, like T'Challa in Black Panther without the T.
And
Yeah.
I've been typing it Chala like the Jewish bread, so I'm wrong too.
And I've been typing it or writing it how it's spelled because I read it on the TV.
Well, I sort of watched the first episode. It was very like stop and wait, and
Ah.
it made me hate
Yo, if
Daily
you
Motion for a
hey,
day.
if you download the app, it worked way better for me than watching it through a browser.
I watched this episode today on my computer, but didn't hook my computer up to my TV. I just watched it on my laptop, and it
Yeah.
played all the way through. It didn't stop once.
Well, the browser was still being nasty for me, but
Or if
I
you
downloaded
just
the
come-
app and it was great.
Or if you just come across the border, you can watch it on television properly.
Oh yeah,
Drive all the way.
no big deal at all. Let me just head to Canada with all the spare time I got.
No, not just one trip to Canada. You have
Yeah,
to
every
do it
week.
each week to cross
Every
the
week.
border, watch the show, and then come back to our normal lives.
Yeah.
I mean, for a while, I looked at moving to a place that I could have done that to the States.
Toronto?
Windsor, which is like you can see Detroit from your house.
Windsor makes me think of owls for some reason when I hear that word.
Interesting.
I don't know why.
Ding dong makes me think of Bruce. So
Makes me think of our friend Clay because he uses that as an insult all the time.
that's true.
He is
Anyway,
a
back to
strong man.
this. Everybody trusts Jericho.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. We're to the challenge.
We're to the mission.
The mission, where everybody was wrong about how deep they were underground. Each of the four in the bottom of a deep grave 16 feet underground.
16 feet. So
Okay,
that
I was
is
way farther
about
off
5
number-wise.
meters. This is Canadian Traitors. It's 5 meters underground.
But they said 16 feet. They spoke in feet.
Oh wait,
CTV should get a correction from the government on this. They probably already have.
numbers wise, I was farther off, but audibly, I would argue I was closer. 16
Yeah.
and 60 sound a lot more alike than 16 and 26.
Mm-hmm.
They're both something ending in a 6.
And they're both. No, it's not. 60 is not ending in a
No,
6.
16 and 26. What I said makes me close.
Well, I
Mine
wrote it
had
a
down,
lot
so I
closer.
win. Anyway, everybody that was not at the bottom of a 16-foot grave had to scour around the area for wooden rungs to a ladder. Each player needed 15 rungs to get out, and every rung that gets collected is $150 to the pot. Um, and whoever doesn't escape is dead. And if you do escape, you earn a shield for the night.
You do. So getting out is very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
And
not
I made
only
a
are you not
prediction.
dying now, but you're not dying tonight either.
And I made a prediction when we first announced what was going to happen that Thompson would go out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And
I don't.
backflipped out of the grave, man.
Here's the thing. Why wouldn't you bolster the amount of rings you get or wooden rungs you get to earn more money? Like I did the math,
True.
and the person that went home had 9 rungs. Why would you do anything but give the last two 14 and then give 15 to the last person?
Yeah, exactly.
She didn't give them time to strategize and think
That's a
about it
good
that
point.
much. She explained it and said go.
But there was so much that they had to do. They would have had time to figure that out.
I do kind of love that she immediately sent them though and didn't like give them time to strategize or pick who's dying or just
Yeah. And I
go.
actually have
Chaos.
it here. Shaughnessy thought that when she said go, everybody would stand there and discuss what was going to happen. And then they just didn't. They all
Well,
started
she
running
said
around willy
go.
nilly.
You go. I'd
Or
have
she
gone.
says go and you strategize.
True.
Um, Jericho and Natalie were by far the obvious liked two of the pair. They got way more than everybody else, a lot quicker than anybody else. And so it really just comes down to Thompson or McKenzie. And even though Venus is putting Thompson feelers out, she tells us that she wants him to live through this so that she can get him banished.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, I'm not really
Yes.
sure what the difference is. If
I
you
would
want
guess.
someone gone, you want
I
them
would
gone.
guess that the strategy is trying to take pressure off of her and make it look like all the faithfuls made a mistake, as opposed to the people who are at odds with him were the ones that killed him, figuratively.
Well, the thing is, what it comes down to here is she's already laying groundwork for people to be sus of Thompson. If
Yeah,
Thompson lives, that's one more round she doesn't have to worry about making it through.
Oh,
exactly.
true.
And so I think it was smart. It just was way too close for comfort if I was Venus.
Yeah.
Um, and then Karina said a really funny line here. Your screams are music to my ears.
She's kind of a psychopath and I love it.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
Also,
She's a great
since I
host.
wasn't here, the thing she wore at the mission last week
What
looked
the
like
hell
she was
was
wearing
that?
a throw pillow from a hotel couch.
That was bizarre.
The suit this week was a good look though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Karina's giving us the fashion updates we were getting from the last season. So
Yeah. Something that I
Oh, and
haven't
while
really
we're on
seen.
fashion, Meredith and Chala accidentally wearing the same exact thing last episode.
We
Yeah,
mentioned
that
that.
If you would have if you would have listened to our podcast, you'd have known we talked about that one.
I still
Well, if you would have showed up, you would have talked about it yourself.
About it anyway, but
Fair enough.
I appreciate that out of Karina though, because I've seen Claudia and Roger from Australia, and neither one of them rocked the fashion like Alan or Karina.
No, I love it. It's so
Kevin
good.
is the expert on all international versions. You're like the Adam Klein of the Traitors.
Oh, dude, I'm watching Celebrity Traders UK right now. It's so funny.
Nice.
It's so fun.
You're watching all the Traitors. Does that make you Asvir?
No, because I haven't seen every season of every franchise. And I didn't get it wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, they got $7,800 and saved our Natalie, Jericho, and Thompson.
Who backflips out of the grave.
Also, I want to make a note here. I knew it was Thompson before they even announced it was Thompson because they did a really bad job in the editing room. And if you watch when Jericho pops out, Thompson had already come out before him, evidently, because Thompson is in the group of people.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah. I was
That's
like,
true.
that's definitely Thompson in the front row. And then they brought him out anyway, and it was like, well, this editing team could get a bolster somewhere. That'd be fine. And I said 9. It wasn't even 9. Mackenzie only got 7 rungs.
Mm.
They wasted so much money by not.
That is a ton of money wasted.
Yeah. And she tells us she's a faithful. And now Venus might be a genius because everybody thinks Thompson's a traitor, and they are convinced that they should banish him.
Yeah.
That's like all the talk on the way back to the castle.
It is.
Yeah. And then the next thing I have here is that Kevin wants Omer to lie and say that he's a BB Can super fan and out Coco as a 2-time finalist.
That's wild, but kind of smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we get a confessional from Kevin telling us that he wants Coco out so he can bring Omer in and have his desired 3 traitors, him, Venus, and Omer.
Which is interesting.
Omer's onto him. Omer knows he has a traitor angel, though.
Omer
Yeah.
said that round 1 or like day 1.
Yeah, but we got 2 or 3 confessionals about the traitor angel strategy from him this time. So,
Oh, I think he said something about a traitor angel in episode 1 as well.
True.
But then he kind of backed off that when he saw Kevin's reaction to Ty dying at the beginning of the last episode.
True.
Yeah.
And Kevin and Venus are both talking about wanting to get Coco out, but Venus talks him into going after Thompson this round.
Which is smart. I think at some point I don't even know if Venus would necessarily want to get Coco out, or if Venus is just going to let Kevin sink his own ship.
I don't think
Venus
Coco's the
acted.
reason she's there.
I don't know. Venus was seeming to be not like she was just going along with Kevin. She seemed to be amenable to the.
But I think she's also used to the environment that you see on Survivor of go along with pretty much anything.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And I think that the traitors' goal of scaring quiet people into not being quiet seems to be working from how that happened.
Absolutely.
And we get a lot of confessionals that support that theory.
Yep.
But yeah, we see Kevin talk to Omer about this, and Omer's on board, and he's not even a traitor. And he's on board with screwing Coco over here.
Huh.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys have anything else, but it's about roundtable time.
Before we get to that, just the thought I've been having when I was watching is, like you mentioned, Kevin. Kevin wants Omer into this conclave with him, but Omer's been questioning Kevin since the beginning. I wonder if we might be about to see more of a Canadian version of what happened with, say, Pete in season 2.
Oh, where he declines getting
That
recruited.
he declines and totally blows up the game.
I don't think Omer would ever do that.
Really?
No, I really don't.
Okay, fair.
I think that Omer is too chaotic. Because not only have I seen Omer play Survivor, I've watched Omer play multiple rounds of Blood on the Clock Tower,
Hmm.
which is not obviously the same as a game for money.
Please
But
explain to us what this game is for those of us who are hearing about it for the first time.
okay, do you not know what Blood on the Clock Tower is?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm like, what is he talking about?
Okay.
There's a clock tower that has blood on it.
No. Okay. So basically, do you guys know what Mafia is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like a really complicated version of Mafia with a lot more roles.
Okay.
Everybody has different roles, and there's a good team and a bad team, and and um it's all online and stuff. And RHAP made like 6 survivors playing Blood on the Clock Tower videos on YouTube that are so much fun to watch.
Hmm.
If you have time to check those out, but um it's really just a super complicated version of Mafia,
Makes sense.
and it's really fun. I haven't actually played it, but I've watched a lot of people play it.
Nice.
Dwight Moore does weekly Blood on the Clock Tower on his Twitch.
Hmm.
Nice.
But Omer has shown even more so how chaotic of a human being he is. He wants to have maximum chaos at all times.
Yeah.
I don't think that if he got the opportunity to be in the Traitors Conclave that he would ever say no.
Hmm.
Well said.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's anyway, roundtable. Does anybody have anything before roundtable besides
I wish they would show us more of the round table. I've got that written down. I feel like the round table conversation is shorter in this version, or at least this
Well,
episode.
the whole show is shorter.
Well, it is, and you also got to remember these guys are working on a normal 43 minutes of airtime
Yeah.
that Peacock doesn't have to work with.
It
Yeah,
just feels like an abrupt ending when she's like, "Okay, that's over. Time to vote." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
That's right.
Yeah. It's like how now we have 90-minute Survivor and we can actually see a lot more.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't have to be so rushed as it used to be. Peacock doesn't have to work on a time limit because they don't air on regular TV and have to deal with 17 minutes of commercials in an hour program.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this version does. And that's like the Celebrity Traders UK. All their episodes are like an hour.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Karina's outfit that she showed up is fire. All caps, fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, she really is like not holding back with how terrible they are at doing this.
Oh yeah, I absolutely wrote here. Karina is calling out the players for being chicken shits.
It's so funny.
It is. And we see these quieter people start talking as Jericho, one of the 4 in there, because he was one of the quietest, is the first one to speak up here. And he calls out Chala and asks her why she wrote down Curtis's name, if it was because she actually thought he was a traitor, or if it was because she was dogpiling on the votes, because Chala and Curtis were evidently like this.
Yeah.
And then we have Rhea, who shares the 3 names that she's been hearing as Chala, as Fear, and Thompson.
3 big players so far.
Yeah, and then Omer tells us how Asfear was wrong when he made his death row comment earlier. We have Kevin Jacobs tell us here that he thinks that there's 4 traitors in the conclave.
He knows better.
He knows sure as hell there's not. Yeah. Uh, and then Chala is the last person to talk and tells us her list is Lizette, Shaughnessy, and Esphir. Anybody have any other thoughts on the actual conversations at the round table?
Yeah, as Veer gets called out for being wrong on the thing you were said he was wrong about.
Yeah,
So,
I just said that.
oh,
I said Omer corrected him.
you did say that.
Yeah,
Oh well,
Bruce doesn't listen.
sometimes.
And it's time to vote. And with a vote of 10 to 5 to 2 to 1 to 1, Asfear goes home.
Yep.
Poor
This was
Asveer.
Yeah. We had 5 votes on Chala from Lizette, Asfear, Jericho, Jamal, and Kitten. 2 on Lizette from Rhea and Meredith. 1 on Hollywood from Kara, and 1 on Shaughnessy from Natalie. And the other 10 votes were for Asfear. And I had a couple of funny Asfear quotes here as he's leaving. My only regret is that I saved all my fabulous fashion for the end. And then he says, "For those of you who don't or who didn't vote for me, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And for those of you who did vote for me, thank you from the heart of my bottom."
I wrote that one down. It's so good.
That's just great.
And then he tells us he's a faithful.
That might be one of the funniest confessionals in a while
It was
on
so
any
good.
show.
It
It wasn't even confessional. He just said that
Yeah.
when he got voted out.
Yeah, that was in his announcement that he was a faithful.
That's so funny.
And we've still had 0 votes for a traitor.
Still 0. Yeah. I mean, there's only been 2 roundtables, but still.
No $10,000 added this week.
It's only been 2 roundtables, but I mean, we're talking about 21 votes and 19 votes. We're talking about 40 votes, and 0 of them have been for a traitor.
Well,
apparently, a traitor got banished at the second roundtable previously in this show. They talked about that. That's wild.
Yeah, I heard that.
A traitor got banished at the second roundtable?
And
in
one of the previous seasons
oh,
of
in one
the
of the
show.
previous seasons.
Well, to be fair,
Corinne mentioned it at roundtable. She's like, "Oh, you're terrible, but maybe you'll get it this time." So they got it at the second roundtable another season.
To be fair, a traitor got
I'm
voted
like, I know
out
I
at
heard that somewhere, but what are you talking about? Now I know. You meant Corinne's quote.
Yeah. A traitor got voted out at the third roundtable in US 3. So it's not that far off.
That is true.
Bob the drag queen.
I forgot he went so early.
Yeah, and because Rob went after him.
Because the Traitors were not too long after last US season.
They were horrible.
Yeah.
Hopefully they have better, less obvious traitors this time.
Yeah, I hope Donna Kelsey's a traitor.
That would be good.
Yeah.
But I hope Rob Sesternino is not a traitor.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope he is, honestly. I want to see it.
Oh, no.
He's going home right away. That's it. If he is.
I feel like he's probably going home early if he's not, too. But
unless he can prove to be a faithful's faithful.
Yeah.
I just want to see him in the turret. I feel like that would be fun.
I want to see Jam Jam in the turret.
What? That would be good.
There we go. We have our 3. Donna, Jam Jam, and Rob. Let's do it.
Nah. Donna, Jam Jam. Donna, Jam Jam, and Mark Ballas.
Oh, true.
That would be interesting. Anyway, Rhea is pissed because they voted out another faithful. And she lets everybody know about it.
Well, yeah, you were a part of that. You also voted for a faithful. Calm down there.
Correct. But she didn't vote for Asfear, and so that gives her a little bit more reason to be pissed because she didn't vote for the one that's proven to be a faithful.
Also, Lizette and Meredith kind of having a rivalry is a thing now.
Yeah. Lizette calls Meredith her nemesis.
We'll see if that's like an actual rivalry or like a really one-sided thing, like Katuro with Bruce on Survivor. But
I don't think it's one-sided at all.
I don't
I mean,
think it is either, but I think Meredith kind of thinks they put it behind them, maybe.
but then look at Canada or look at episode 2. Meredith thought they put it behind, and then after the roundtable, Lizette went off on her. She
True.
knows she knows that it's there.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. Then we see this conversation between Kevin and Jericho, where Kevin asks if Jericho's got any sus on Kara, and that makes Jericho, who trusted Kevin, think that Kevin's a traitor because there's no way that Mama K's a traitor.
Yeah.
Um,
And maybe we'll actually get a vote for a traitor because Kevin is a traitor.
Maybe we'll see. And then Omer tells us that he's a little bit nervous about making it through the night because if he was a traitor, he would kill him.
Well, yeah.
And with that, it's conclave time, unless you guys have anything.
No.
Nothing directly, but just to pick up off your previous conversation while I pulled up the cast list, seeing that the next season for the States is airing on Peacock, which is owned by NBC, as a nighttime show once the Winter Olympics wrap up, I think there's no chance that one of the Olympians is not a traitor.
Ooh, good theory.
But we'll talk about this after when we do a cast analysis.
I just don't think that either one of them is going to be a good traitor. Actually, that's not true at all. I would love to have frickin' Johnny in the turret.
Yeah.
I would love to have Johnny Weir in the turret.
That's what I was thinking.
No, there was a time when that first came out that I thought Johnny Weir would be so fun as a traitor. But I really hate the idea that both him and Tara Lipinski are both playing on the same season.
Yeah, I can take those two together in small doses. I don't know how it's going to be having them on this show together. Maybe
I just don't think it's going to be beneficial for their game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like it. That's why I don't like it. But
either way, we will talk about the U.S. season when it comes up.
Yeah.
After I probably will do a cast analysis after I get back from Thailand in the end of December.
I love that you brought it up and are immediately like, "Oh, but let's talk about it later."
Well, we all had one thing to say, but I don't want to go into it for an hour.
Fair enough.
Because otherwise, no one will watch the next episode.
Fair enough. So we get these different takes about what's the most important from each of the traders right now. For Kevin, the most important thing is to keep Coco comfortable. For Venus, the most important thing is to make sure the vote is somebody that's going to benefit her game, and which should always be every trader's thought. But anyway, Coco says make sure it's someone that has no heat on them. She wants people that are confirmed faithfuls to get murdered, which is fair.
Yeah.
And then they kind of talk about what's happened in the last day and how they don't think that they did the greatest job at name selections last time. Yeah. Which is I kind of agree with. They put too many confirmed faithfuls in there to really get to run much with the idea that a traitor put themselves in.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
But putting the quiet people in was a good move. It stirred up the chaos they wanted it to.
It did, but then we have to think about which was the better move for longevity's sake versus the better move for now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because right now, making the quiet people talk was better. But having more people that could get heat from did a traitor put themselves in there is probably better for the long run.
I think with the way this twist is structured and who goes home being decided by how people do in the challenge, a traitor putting themselves in one of those would be so stupid.
But I don't know that the traitors knew that that's what was going to happen.
I'm just saying that with my knowledge, knowing how it works. They probably didn't, but
Yeah, I think they just were told uh, you have to give 4 names. You can put yourself down, and tomorrow's challenge will decide the fate of a person.
yeah.
So I don't know that they really. And then we see Kevin. He likes the fact that Meredith is putting his name out. He likes the fact that he's getting some heat. I don't know why that's a good thing, I guess,
No,
but he
it's
likes
not a
it.
good thing at all. Tells me he might be a bit overconfident.
Oh, he definitely is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then we basically find out that it's coming down to 3 names: Shaughnessy, Kitten, or Kara. Which one's gonna go home? What do you guys think?
Mm.
Kara.
Shaughnessy. Yeah, I'd agree, Kara, probably.
I think Kara's the more likely move.
Yeah,
I don't think she's the better move.
I agree.
I think Kitten is the better move,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
But I think Kara's more likely. The only plus, I guess, to the Kara thing is, um, it might put Jericho at ease about Kevin, I guess, since Kevin asked if Kara was sus to Jericho. If Kara dies, he wouldn't think Kevin would have been the one to kill him after asking if she was sus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't do this at the beginning of the episode, but me and Brett did this last week, so we're gonna do it now. Who is your guys' player of the week?
Hmm.
I think I gotta go with Venus here. Worked her way in. No one's really talking about her. She seems to be the one player that's able to play both sides so far.
I was gonna say her too because the other two traders don't like each other, so they don't have to worry about them turning on her.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going faithful this week, and my answer is Thompson.
Nice.
It's because he hit that backflip, isn't it?
He made it off a death row.
Yeah.
He had all this suspicion on him going into roundtable, yet got 0 votes. And managed to take a shield away from all this.
Very true.
So for this week, I think Thompson was. I think that's my best justification.
Makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah. So did you guys have any more thoughts on the episode?
Not that
It
I
was a
have.
fun episode. I was actually
It
able to
was.
watch the whole thing continuously this week without it like stopping and me having to get up and hit pause and play again. So
Yeah, I
most
thought this was,
enjoyable experience I've had with this season so far.
which is sad because I've loved it all. I've loved the whole season.
I've loved it. It's just daily motion has made me want to pull my hair out a little bit. So
That's fair.
But
Download the app. Like I said, download the app.
the browser was fine this week when I didn't hook my laptop up to my TV. I wonder if that was the problem.
I don't know. If you have trouble in the future, download the app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love so far Traitors Canada. I've loved it. It's been so fun.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
But with all of that, if nobody has anything else, make sure that you're checking out our other Reality Realm content. Bruce and Brett over there at Tribal Council Chat, holding things down. Survivor 49. Bruce and I are going to be watching that amongst the Survivor fandom this week up
You
at
are?
Arcosina Westtown in Chicago at the
That should be
Bryson
fun.
Lynn presents Survivor 49. I'm
Feel free to take over the Instagram again.
Bruce. He's talking to
Yeah.
Said feel free to post stuff from Bryson when presents on Tribal Council chat.
Oh, I always do. I have the Tribal Council Chat Instagram on my phone at all times. So
Good.
Also check out Pit Stop Pals, where Bruce and I are holding things down with season 38 Big Brother edition, as we are down to 6 teams
I'm
over
sad.
there. What?
I'm sad.
I'm sure you are.
And then also when we are back, check out New Generation Challenge podcast. But while I am stuck in the snow, TT got to go to a wedding in Cabo this weekend, so we have not recorded.
nice.
You people travel like nobody else I know. My goodness. But yeah, check out our socials. Any of the shows that we got, you can find at their show name at Facebook or Instagram. Reality Realm Podcast Network on TikTok, and check out our Redbubble merch store. Link is in our social media bios. All of that to say, see you next time. Don't get killed.
Travel safe.
Oh my gosh.
Don't get murdered. Bye.